My mom wants to see a grandchild from me. In Nigeria, yeah, everyone is expected to have a child.
Finally, after years of turbulent relationships and heartache, Michael appears to be changing for the better. The couple's relationship was marred by arguments, misunderstandings, and a power struggle that left Michael feeling depleted and disillusioned for many viewers. It was clear that Angela's controlling personality and sharp tongue took a toll on Michael, who frequently appeared to be walking on eggshells around her. Now, rumors are circulating that Michael has not only moved on from Angela, but has also found love again with a younger woman who is everything Angela wasn't, according to close sources. Michael has found fresh life with his new partner, who is kind, understanding, and most importantly, loves him in a way that Angela never could. This love is free of the abuse and toxicity that once defined their prior relationship, and it has made Michael appear happier and more content. For years, the possibility that Michael could soon become a father has been the talk of the internet. Michael has stated that he wants to raise a family. Considering their ongoing conflict and the challenges they faced while dating Angela, this was a goal that looked nearly unattainable, but with his new partner by his side, it is now achievable. Michael's desire to become a father has finally. Friends close to Michael have noticed a significant change in him. The stress that once weighed him down has been replaced with a newfound sense of purpose and contentment. His new partner, who is not publicly named, is said to have a calming effect on him. Michael has been open about how much it would mean to him to have children and how it would bring immense joy to his mother, who has always wanted to see her son settled with a family of his own. Since their relationship is based on mutual respect and understanding, two qualities that were frequently lacking in Michael's previous relationship, Angela doesn't try to control or berate him. Instead, she supports his ambitions, encourages his dreams, and provides him with the kind of emotional stability he sorely needed. Michael has been able to grow in ways that he was never able to with Angela because of a stark difference in how he handles problems with his new love, patience, and compassion. Michael's friends, on the other hand, have come together to support and encourage him through this transition. They see the positive changes in him and are happy that he has found someone who values who he is. Michael's friends have often commented on how his new partner brings out the best in him, making him smile more and worry less. Given how content and happy Michael seems to be, they think that this relationship will last. Since the breakup, Angela's life seemed to be going in a different direction. She has battled to keep the respect and standing she formerly held with her harsh. The very qualities that once made her a force to be reckoned with are now making her seem trashy in the eyes of many. Her circle of friends has shrunk, and she is finding it more and more difficult to regain the respect she once had. Angela's attempt to move on from Michael has not been as successful as Michael's, who has found new love and happiness. Her behavior, which was often excused or overlooked because of her strong personality, is now causing people to distance themselves from her. Angela is dealing with the fallout from her behavior, which has caused her to lose her social status and even her clothes, which was once a source of pride but is now a source of mockery. While Michael's relationship with Blossom, his new girlfriend, continues, those who formerly praised her for her confidence now find her to be disagreeable and controlling. The two are frequently spotted together, exuding joy and satisfaction. The drama that seeks to define them contrasts sharply with their love story. The life of Michael and Angela. As rumors about a possible new baby continue to spread, Michael's excitement is evident. He has always wanted to be a father, and the idea of starting a family with someone who genuinely loves and respects him fills him with joy. This new chapter in his life is one of hope, love, and the promise of a bright future. Not only is this a fresh start in a relationship, but it's also a second opportunity at happiness and a chance to live the life he's always desired, free from the baggage of his past. Michael's perseverance is demonstrated by his journey from a turbulent relationship to discovering genuine love and possibly beginning a family. It's obvious that Michael has finally found the love and tranquility he deserves. Despite the difficulties he encountered with Angela, he never gave up on his ambition of finding happiness. Now, as he gets ready for what may turn out to be the most gratifying chapter of his life, Angela Dean, a woman known for her fiery temper and larger-than-life personality, is not one to quietly accept defeat, especially not when it comes to love. Despite the explosive end of her relationship with Michael, Angela never fully let go of the idea that she still had a hold on him in her mind. The connection they shared, however tumultuous, was unbreakable. But as news of Michael's new relationship began to spread, Angela found herself grappling with an emotion she rarely allowed herself to feel: jealousy. It wasn't long before Angela began to piece together the rumors about Michael's love interest. The thought of him moving on, especially with someone younger and by all accounts kinder and more supportive, was like a dagger to her pride. Angela had always believed that she was the best thing that ever happened to Michael. She had supported him financially, fought for him when others doubted him, and in her mind, she had molded him into the man he was. To think that he could be happier with someone else was a reality she wasn't prepared to face. Angela's jealousy soon morphed into anger, an emotion she was much more comfortable expressing. She began to convince herself that Michael had been seeing this new woman long before their relationship ended. In typical Angela fashion, she started to craft a narrative where she was the victim, betrayed by the man she had once loved. The idea that Michael had left her for someone else was unbearable, and Angela never wanted to back down from a confrontation. Was determined to get to the bottom of it. She began by reaching out to mutual friends, trying to gather information about M's new partner. The more information Angela learned, the more enraged she became at the possibility that Michael had been emotionally checked out of their relationship long before it ended. Angela felt used and abandoned in her thoughts. Her questions were pointed and accusatory. She wanted to know everything about this woman, including how long Michael had been seeing her and whether their relationship had begun before or after she and Michael had officially split. Angela began to confront Michael, accusing him of being unfaithful, leaving her for a younger woman, and abandoning the life they had built together. Her accusations were tinged with bitterness and were a reflection of her deep-seated fear that she was being replaced. Michael had betrayed her, and she was not going to let him get away with it. After their breakup, Michael had moved on and was genuinely trying to start over, but Angela's persistent accusations weighed on him. Angela was convinced that there was more to the story than just Michael going to another woman. For years, Angela had been the dominant partner, setting the terms and conditions of their love, and Michael had always been the more submissive one. However, now that Michael was happy somewhere else, Angela was forced to face the fact that she no longer had any influence over him. This realization devastated her and increased her jealousy, so she started acting out in other ways as well. The idea of people talking behind her back and feeling sorry for her for losing Michael to a younger, more loving partner was almost too much for Angela to handle. Her jealousy was rooted in her fear of being seen as less than of being left behind while Michael moved on to bigger and better things. Angela had always prided herself on being strong and independent, but now that Michael had moved on so publicly, she started to feel vulnerable and insecure. Because of this worry, Angela began acting out more and more erratically and began posting mysterious comments on social media. Angela was clearly having difficulty adjusting to her new reality, even though she attempted to project an image of strength and indifference. Those closest to her could see the cracks in her facade. She made thinly veiled jabs at Michael and his new relationship in her posts, which were full of bitterness and resentment. Additionally, Angela's jealousy caused her to make several dubious choices. As time went on, Angela's jealousy began to take a toll on her. She became obsessed with thoughts of Michael and his new partner to the point where it affected her daily life, and her friends started to notice the change in her behavior. Deep down, Angela wasn't ready to let go of Michael, and any new relationship she considered felt like a hollow attempt to fill the void he had left behind. She compared every potential partner to Michael, and none of them measured up, which only fueled her jealousy further as she realized that Michael had found something she hadn't, a real loving relationship that wasn't based on control or power dynamics. Even though she tried to lash out at Michael, Angela couldn't avoid the fact that he was moving on and starting a future with someone else, and there was nothing she could do to stop it. Once so full of life and energy, Angela seemed to be spiraling into a dark place as her jealousy was eating away at her, leaving her feeling bitter and alone. In quiet times of introspection, Angela was forced to face the idea that her actions had repercussions and that she had contributed to pushing Michael away. It was a sad and humble realization for her. Though she was too proud to admit them to anyone else, Angela couldn't help but wonder what might have happened if she had treated Michael better. Would things have turned out differently? These thoughts plagued her, and she kept them buried deep inside where they festered and heightened her jealousy even more. While Angela still harbored resentment toward Michael and his new partner, her once sharp and fiery jealousy gradually subsided as the reality of Michael's new life set in. She also realized that there was nothing she could do to change the past, so she was left to pick up the pieces of her life and figure out how to move forward now that Michael was no longer a part of it. The jealousy that had once consumed her gradually faded into memory, serving as a reminder of a moment when she had allowed her emotions to take control. Angela understood that clinging to the jealousy was self-defeating and that letting go was the only way to move on. It was a difficult lesson to learn, but one that ultimately strengthened her. While Angela may never completely let go of the resentment she feels towards Michael and his new love, her jealousy was a reflection of her own anxieties and fears, and she fears it was a painful but essential part of her road towards self-acceptance and growth. Angela understands she cannot let it to define her. Instead of pursuing happiness by manipulation or envy, she is resolved to move forward, rebuild her life on her terms, and find contentment inside herself. I appreciate you seeing